Qt Creator. So first of all, I'm going to start with the Qt Creator. I have created a project with the name of the Cohen Sutherland. Okay, so in the Cohen Sutherland, we have, after creating the project, we will get the header file. Sources file are two sources file, main.cpp, main window.cpp, and one UI file, that is the forms. So in the UI form, you don't have to create or consider any text label here. Directly, we can create the window for the Cohen Sutherland, and after this the clipping line as well. Okay, here we are using the static coordinates for creating the window as well as for the line segment, and after performing the clipping on this particular line segment, we will get a particular output. Okay, so first of all, we are going to use here the few header files, that is the include QPainter, because we have to draw the lines for the window, as well as the text edit box, QImage, Pixmap for plotting the pixels, QLine for drawing the line, as well as QLabel for the naming of the text. Okay, now we are using here a particular resolution of 300 cross 300 to show the output of this size of a console screen. Okay, now we are using here the paint event, which we can use here for the for drawing the blocks. Okay, now we are using here a my function for the QPainter. We are using the asterisk of QP as a pointer. QPen is used for drawing the lines of the particular block. Okay, so QPen, whose object is pen, the Qt scope resolution, it will be color, it is black. Okay, and Qt, it will be the solid line. Okay, you can change it according to you. After QP, that we have using as a pointer, QP, that set pen of pen object, QP draw line of a particular value. That means we have already given the x1, y1 and x2, y2. So that means we are going to draw a line segment starting from 200, 200 to 400, 200. Then we are going to draw the next line, that is 200, 400 to 400, 400. Basically, we are going to draw a particular rectangle or the square. Okay. So now we are considering the float value x1, y1 and x2, y2, and a character C4 and C, that is array of 4, and the array of 4. Okay. Here I have already given the line coordinates. You can change it according to yourself. I have given a static coordinates for a line segment, which is crossing from x1 250 and y1 is 300, x2 is 450 and y2 is 450. That means it is crossing the line in a partially. Okay, so float M, here we are just calculating the slope of the line segment, and we are using the code function, which we have defined in a particular program. So code function we have already used here. So for code C, x1, y1 and D, x2, y2. Why we are using code here? The code is that in the Cohen Sutherland we have studied, we are having the code endpoints or the end codes for each and every block except our window. So I would like to explain it with a diagram. I'm just stopping sharing and I would like to share a whiteboard. Okay. Just a second. Okay, the whiteboard is getting open so we can able to understand in the easiest way. So what we are going to draw here, we are just using here, that is, I am using a pen to draw a line segment. What we are going to draw in this way, we are just drawing a rectangle whose coordinate is 200, 200. Okay, and in x coordinate it is 400, comma 200. Okay, so this is the coordinate of this. If we are going to proceed here, it is 200, 400. So I have already given the coordinate of each and every vertex, so we can able to draw a particular rectangle in size or square in size. Okay, so we have already drawn this, and I am going to consider here as a 250 comma 450. So 250 is here and 350 is here. So this particular line is going to be drawn like this. Okay, so what we have to do in this way, we have to just find out the particular intersection point. So what we have to find out, we have to just find out the intersection point of this particular line segment. This will be the intersection point. So this particular line, after this particular line, which is going to be used, just a second. Okay, this particular line will be clipped. Okay, and this particular line will be shown in the screen. So basically we are going to this. So we have to clip this line segment which is outside the window. So this outcode of this window is 0000, 4 times 0. And we have used a systematic way to write the outcodes of each and every block. So we have divided into the equal line segments. Okay, so we have to write the outcodes of each and every block. So here the outcode is 1000. Okay, how we have write it, above, bottom, top, sorry, top, bottom, left and right. We have written like this. So we have allotted the outcodes for each and every block. Okay, so in this way, we have to just perform the outcodes. So we are getting the C coordinate is this one and D coordinate is this one. So C outcode is 000 and X1, Y1 is we have to consider here the value of here. And D is the another outcode of this particular end point of the line segment whose coordinates we have to consider it is X2 and Y2. Okay, so this we are going to use for the calculations. Now I am just switching towards the QT. So in Qt, we are using the codes for each and every block. That means if we are using the C of 0, that means we have the Xmin and Ymin and Xmin and Ymin, Xmax and Ymax. So if the Y value is less than 200, that means it is 1 and 0. Okay. If condition is true, that means it is going to allot the 1, and condition is false, it is going to allot 0. In the similar way, another code is if Y is greater than 400, then it is going to allot 1 and otherwise 0. In the similar way, x and x. So we have to just find out if the value of x coordinate, suppose it is 250 and the x minimum is 200, that means it is lying inside the window. If the y coordinate of a particular point is 400 and the window's y maximum coordinate is 300, that means it is lying outside the window, or if the coordinates window is 400, that means it is lying on the window. Okay, so in this way, we can find out which condition block is satisfying. So in this way, it is going to allot it. Now we have used the clipping function, which is going to use for the C and D value, which we are going to retrieve from here, and the XY value as well as the slope of the line segment. So what we have to do, we have to just verify whether this particular loop one by one, each and every condition is going to be satisfied or not. That means if C of I is not equals to 0 and D of I is not equals to 0, that means it is completely inside the line segment. Okay, so that is the flag is 1 and we have to just display the line segment. If the particular line segment has been assigned the 0 value, that means it is partially visible or something like this. So if the flag is equals to 0, that means it is not completely inside the window. So there must be clipped. Okay, but there are some chances that the partially visible can be there. So we have to verify one points. So we have to verify for the C. That means if it is 0 and assign 0 top side, then we will find out and we will get the intersection point with this equation. If the C value in this else if the C of 1 is 0, that means bottom side we have to verify, then we have to find out the intersection point. In the same way, we have to follow for the left and right side. In this way, we will get the value. Okay, in the main window.h, we have just defined the functions, that is void code as well as void clipping. And we have used the function that is the paint event and my function. Okay, this function is used for the pointer or the pen, which we are going to use for the drawing purposes. Okay, so we have to just build this project. Just a second. It will take a moment to build the project. This particular program or Qt Creator has used for building the static segment. This particular square which we have drawn, it is already drawn with a black color and the solid line. And this blue color which we have drawn, it is after clipping we have drawn this, the line segment. Okay, so we got the output through this. If we are going to change any color, that means if we would like to change the color of this particular Q pen is here, Q. If I am going to write here, the color of the line segment is red. Okay, I'm going to write here red. Okay, this is red. And we have to draw the border. It's of some blue color. Okay. Again, I have to build the project. You can do the changes as per your requirement. Whatever the color you would like to change, you can change it. You can try and you can get the changes. You can observe the changes here after implementing. Okay, this project has been built successfully. Now I'm running this project. This is the static. This the boundary is of blue color and the line is of red color. Okay, this line has been drawn after the clipping. Okay, before clipping you will get the line segment which is passing through this line segment. Okay. So this is all about the Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. Now you have to draw the dynamic in a dynamic way. That means user can be able to draw the line segment anywhere, and you have to detect that particular line segment and you have to clip that line segment. Okay. Thank you.